As voters in Iowa consider their picks for president, two top issues will be trade and farming. Under his administration, President Trump issued tariffs on billions of dollars worth of Chinese goods and is in talks to end a trade war with China. The agricultural industry is on track to receive $46 billion in aid to help with the impact of the pandemic and also the trade war. The president wants future farm bills focused on more agricultural research and crop insurance programs. On the other side, Joe Biden says he believes in removing trade barriers like tariffs. He also says he believes China should be punished for breaking international trade rules and that existing rules should be properly enforced. Biden also says he wants to expand a loan program to help new farmers. That was implemented during the Obama administration. NewsNation correspondent Michael Schur is live for us in Des Moines, Iowa tonight with our report. Michael?
Yeah, that's right, Joe. Listen, there's no state where the issues of agriculture and the issues that farmers care about are more outsized than they are here in Iowa. So what we did is we went out to the farm to talk to these farmers about how they're thinking ahead of Election Day. The oldest political demographic in America just may be the farmer. And in Iowa, a global pandemic, a trade war, and devastating weather have made this election year a particularly difficult time for these resilient folks.
Livestock's got to be fed, crops have got to be planted. People don't eat if we don't get up and work every day.
Randy Miller farms land near Lacona, Iowa. It's the middle of the October harvest in a year that has yielded as much uncertainty as it has soybeans. But Miller sees the light in yet another sunset.
There's some optimism now with China coming back to the table, buying soybeans again. Demand's up a little bit, the price is up. So it's better, but it has been stressful.
90 miles to the north in McCallsburg, pork farmer Howard Hill feels the same stress.
As I've told all my friends, I can't wait for 2020 to be over.
But 2020 won't end without a presidential election, and these farmers know this.
Politics is right now is on everybody's mind. You can't turn on the TV without seeing 100 ads, you know.
But those politics matter out here, where Hill says farmers just want to farm and farm fairly.
Most pork producers understood that especially with China, that there were some things going on there that weren't appropriate. And so I think the administration, for the most part, had the support of pork producers. We just hoped that it wouldn't last as long as it did.
Gene Lute writes for Iowa Farmer Today and says that the farm vote is still largely Republican.
The president sees farmers as part of his base. And trade definitely hurt him in farm country because it severely hurt farmers.
But Lute also notes that Trump has taken action to keep the farmers in his good graces.
He's tried to offset that with pretty large direct payments to farmers. He's done the same with COVID, trying to send payments to farmers to help offset the losses that COVID clearly caused.
Though payments from the government aren't what Randy Miller wants for his soybeans.
We would just as soon be able to sell our product at a profitable level and not have to worry about whether the government's going to step in and try to help us out to make it another 6 months or through another cycle.
I would say to any presidential candidate or any president, what we want is free trade and fair trade. We think we can compete with anybody in the world in our row crop production, our livestock production, and we advocate for a free market and a fair market.
They see a lot of candidates in Iowa, but they keep their eyes on their fields. And Randy Miller says no matter what the result, the challenges for farmers won't disappear in November.
So from the soybean standpoint, we're focused on the issues that are affecting us and affecting our farmers today, more so than the candidates and what's going on in Washington. We're trying to stay engaged on the issues because they're going to be there after the election.
In agriculture, we all know that we have ups and downs. We don't have, you have years that may not even be profitable. You just hope that you can survive until live for another day, you know, or another year.
In this case, another election day in another election year. And so Democrats have a real hill to climb here in Iowa, but Republicans are spending money and time here. President Trump was in Des Moines last night. This is still going to be a state to watch on November 3rd. In Des Moines, Iowa, for NewsNation, I'm Michael Schur.